Hello, everybody. For OneWrestling.com, Bill Apter and Big Ray, and it's
What's up,
the
guys?
After Raw report. And very interesting Raw show this evening. I kind of had mixed emotions, especially at the beginning. It started off, as you know, as a loving tribute to Paul Bearer, who was a very good friend of mine, as you know, William Moody, Paul Bearer, and it was kind of goosebumpy and chilling to see the Undertaker come out and through the smoke and everything and get in the ring and do his whole with the urn there, only to be interrupted by CM Punk. Now, I kind of thought Punk would interfere somewhere, but I didn't know it was going to happen that early. Did you?
Well, I mean, I have two thoughts on it.
So you got some mixed emotions as well.
I do, because, I mean, is it good for the business? Is it good for the match? Does it help build the match? Absolutely. Is it in poor taste? My personal opinion, I honestly thought it was a little, I thought it was in poor taste. I mean, I think it's just a little too soon. Again, Paul Bearer is an icon. And
well, let me say something. As far as I know, part of his family was present there, and
okay.
I think as sensitive as this is, and the way I knew him, would he have gone for something like this? Would he have said, when I die, it's okay to do this? Probably, but I would think that they probably ran this past his family members.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. But as the show progressed, even though they were trying to, move along with the whole CM Punk storyline, as the show progressed,
right.
The clips that they showed of him, they haven't done that really with anyone who's passed on that I can remember. Can you recall anything like that?
I mean, not really. I think, though, I mean, look, I've been following Paul Bearer since he was Percival Pringle III.
Oh, me too, of course.
Back in I think it was Texas, WCCW, World Class Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
And when he first came over to the WWE, I knew it was Percival Pringle, and I knew he was a great manager, and I knew he was going to have a positive effect on the Undertaker. I just didn't know how great, an effect.
Oh,
I mean,
it was chilling. There was never an entrance before like that, and there will never be one.
You want to hear something? Can I tell you something funny, Bill?
Please.
I work with a bunch of guys that they're not into wrestling. I'm one of the very few, but the funny thing is, you may not know a lot about wrestling, but if I sat there and I said, remember the manager of The Undertaker? Number one, they know The Undertaker.
Everybody knows.
And if I do this, oh, yes, my Undertaker, they know exactly who I'm talking about. And
it was big enough for TMZ to cover.
I mean, Paul Bearer was just so great. His character was amazing. One of the best managers of all time. And he superseded, he broke that line between fan and non-fan. I mean, he was just great, and I'm really sad to see him go so early, Bill.
Oh, me too. So let's rest in peace, Paul Bearer. Let's move on to what happened. Of course, Kane, the son of Paul, one of the two sons of Paul Bearer there. Kane went crazy over Punk, and a match was ordered at the end of the show with Kane against CM Punk. No holds barred, no disqualifications, and Kane wound up pinning CM Punk, which is very rare to see CM. I thought CM Punk was terrified for the first time, and then the Undertaker came out, but what the capper on this is that Punk has got the Paul Bearer urn now, and he's probably going to bring it out every week and take it to WrestleMania with him. So if I was back in the old days of Pro Wrestling Illustrated, and we were sitting there trying to come up with headlines, it would be Punk earns his shot. the Undertaker's streak.
Very original, Bill. Now, my question to you is this, and it's a serious question.
Okay.
Now, the Undertaker, we all know, draws his power from the urn. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So now CM Punk has a hold of the urn. So what effect is this going to have during their WrestleMania?
Wow, I love that. I love that. That's a great question. We will, as they say, we will have to wait and see. So other segments on the show that were very interesting, of course, we had Chris Jericho doing the highlight reel with the two huge movie stars, Shakespeare Barrett.
Oh yeah.
And The Miz, and that, of course, wound up. Now, what was very unusual was Brad Maddox.
Brad Maddox
came out, and said he was there, of course, as for he and Vicky Guerrero, and he announced that there was going to be a match. He got a little tongue-tied, I thought.
I was going to add, I mean, this is one of the first times in a long time that I mean, the guy, it took him forever, number one, to announce the match. Number two, Michael Cole and the King were begging for a commercial break.
I know, they were hysterical.
It was embarrassing.
But he put a match on that they announced tonight with Jericho against The Miz, and the winner of that, of course, would go on to wrestle Barrett next week for the IC belt.
Right, but unfortunately, you know, it was a double disqualification. Wade Barrett actually interfered in the match, so apparently next week we're going to have a three-way for the Intercontinental Championship, which should be really exciting.
Yeah, Paul E and Brock Lesnar came out after destroying the New Age Outlaws. I didn't want to see that happen.
Neither did I.
The momentum of the New Age Outlaws is incredible, so hopefully they'll be brought back without getting killed. But the match now, Lesnar says that he will wrestle Triple H with a stipulation that will only be announced after Triple H signs the contract. I see that happening. Triple H is so uptight right now.
Well, I definitely see it happening, and you know, that's classic Paul Heyman. You know, Paul Heyman always seems to be able to kind of, you know, have the cards and be able to manipulate anyone he wants to do at any time. But, you know, Paul Heyman is a great guy to have.
He's the Heymanator.
Oh, my goodness. Now, my question to you is, if you were in Triple H's shoes, what would you do?
I'd sign whatever needs signed. I'm so angry. If I'm Triple H right now, it doesn't matter if the match took place on the top of the Empire State Building. I'd still do it. Okay. I'd still do it. So we heard very little. We saw a recap, kind of a fight package about the Rock and John Cena, but no presence from either one of them tonight. Mark Henry and Ryback, to me, it's a match I want to see. These guys, how they were just picking up and beating up on Zack Ryder. It was, I hate to say it was entertaining, you know, beating the guy up, but they both kept trying to get one up on the other here, and it was the tension between the two of them. I think this is going to make for a really, really good match.
It's going to be a great match. I honestly don't think they're going to be able to actually have a match at SmackDown. I think there's too much intensity between the two guys. I think it'll probably end up in a double DQ somehow.
Oh, I think it's going to wind up at WrestleMania.
Oh, that's the only venue that can hold those two monsters. Am I wrong, Bill?
No, definitely not. Then we had Alberto Del Rio, the world champion, against the U.S. champion, Antonio Cesaro. And again, the U.S. champ getting pinned on TV. This seems to be like a weekly occasion. What's going on with this guy?
You know, again, I'm really torn about this because, again, you want to have Alberto Del Rio face a great opponent and make him, you know, really strong onto WrestleMania, but at the same time, you know, you're really kind of bringing down those mid-card championships, the Intercontinental Championship. Wade Barrett seems to lose every week, and the United States Championship. I mean, I think it's kind of detrimental. I mean, what's your opinion?
Yeah, I just can't believe that Cesaro is getting pinned every week. But sometimes if you look at it in sporting terms,
Okay.
the title's not up for grabs, and why give 100%? Maybe your opponent will come into the ring next time underconfident, thinking he can just overconfident rather, just thinking he can beat you.
Interesting.
So we'll have to see. And Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez doing a segment there to infuriate Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger. And coming out later, of course, Swagger taking out and Coulter taking out their venom on Sin Cara.
That they did. I think it was one of the funnier segments I've seen in a long time.
It was pretty funny.
I think it was funny. I think it was original, a little awkward, but they did the job. And I think what they're trying to do is they're basically trying to get under the skin of Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger.
Absolutely, totally agreed. We had Fandango again.
No, Bill.
What?
It's Fandango.
Fandango, and it's pretty.
It's getting better.
Lady come out and dancing, but did you notice though that once again they were going to go against Tensai or Brodus Clay was going to take him on. He refused to come down again tonight. But did you notice that they were picking on Naomi, one of the dancers of Brodus Clay?
I did, and what else? Another thing I noticed is that Naomi seemed to kind of like it.
Oh yeah. So maybe we're going to see some interplay here between the Fandango camp. By the way, I like the Brodus Clay Tensai Albert thing there.
I actually like him too.
I do too. Hey, wait, Ray, on the count of three. Come on. Ray, come on. 1, 2, 3.
What am I doing?
I just wanted to see if we could do it like they do. All right, not bad. Let me, the Bellas were back tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, they still look incredible. I'm
interested to see what they're going to bring to the Divas division. I mean, WWE has lost a couple of their major divas, and it's nice to see the girls back. I think they're gonna be major players. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know the fans have missed them. So again, the night tonight was pretty much. By the way, Ryback, we forgot to mention, destroyed Heath Slater.
Sure did.
Before he got involved with Mark Henry tonight. So the night really was moving on to, actually the whole night in mind was going towards CM Punk and The Undertaker at WrestleMania. I mean, it seems that was the kind of straight road that they were taking. Agreed?
Yeah, I agree. I was actually, kind of shocked that we couldn't see John Cena tonight. John Cena was a no-show tonight, so it's a little weird, Raw without John Cena.
It was. Also, we didn't discuss Randy Orton and Sheamus teamed tonight again.
They did. I'm actually really happy, and I really hope they're one of my favorite tag teams in the WWE, the Road Scholars, Team Road Scholars. I hope they're back for good. I think separate they're good. I think together, peanut butter and jelly, man, they're great.
Yeah, they are. But something just tells me that, I don't know, that they're not going to be a steady team much longer.
I hope they do. I hope they have a little run. I would like to see them with the tag team titles, but again, not I don't get everything I want. So.
By the way, does Sandow? I'm going to ask you this because from the moment I saw him in person, I told him he looks like the late Chris Kanyon. Does he remind you of him as well?
Chris? Yeah, actually he does.
Yeah, he looks like him. He looks
Good call, Bill.
And Brad Maddox looks like young Eric Bischoff to me. A lot of lookalikes.
He does.
A lot of lookalikes tonight. He does. Big Ray, any closing remarks tonight?
Well, other than the fact that I'm really getting excited for WrestleMania, I have a feeling this week's SmackDown is going to be interesting with the main event being Ryback versus Mark Henry. I think, again, I don't think that match is going to actually end up in a good, clean finish, but anything could happen. It's professional wrestling, so I'm really excited for WrestleMania.
Sports entertainment.
Oh, I'm sorry, sports entertainment, yeah.
That's either one. And by the way, just want to let all the people know that I will be at, go to www.wrestlecon.com. I will be there Friday and Saturday. Big Ray may make an appearance there.
I'm going to be there Saturday.
As well, and maybe Lady B from NYC. And we'd love to shake hands and meet each and every one of you. So again, we're going to try and do this every Monday night. There might be some Mondays when we're on the road that we're not able to do this. So, Big Ray.
Sir?
Wonderful Willie. Bill Apter. Take care, fans. Thanks for watching our After Raw report, and we'll see you
at the matches.
I like how he says that.